Hey peeps, I am Carmeon Hamilton. You can find me on all social platforms at carmeon.hamilton. We're here today to give you guys some tips, tricks, tutorials as we all get through COVID-19 together. This is how I do. Now that we're all at home, it's likely that you're working from home too. So what you want is a place to actually sit and feel good while getting some work done. And one of the best ways to elevate your workspace is to incorporate some living things. I mean, we can't be outside, not too much anyway. You want to bring the outside in with houseplants. So for a nice starter kit for a lot of you who are just dipping your toe in the plant parenting waters, I'm gonna give you a list of things that you need to have on hand, okay? So first and foremost, you want to have lots of terracotta or ceramic-like planters on hand. It's always good to have various sizes, and it's also great to have the little trays in the instance you have drainage holes underneath. These catch the water, so it's good to have those on hand. Next thing you want to have a really good potting soil. This is a moisture control potting soil, which is great for any indoor plant. So a good potting soil. Another great thing to have on hand, it's never mandatory, but it always comes in handy in the instance you have a plant or a planter that doesn't have one of those drainage holes in them. And that's these guys. These clay pebbles can absorb excess water. They also help with drainage for those plants that don't have a drainage hole. This keeps your roots healthy. One more thing, speaking of healthy, it's always great to have some plant food on hand. This is a liquid fertilizer and it's super easy to use. All you do is pour a little bit in your watering can. As you start to water your plants, it mixes with the water. You water per usual, but it keeps your plants fed during the growing season. Good fertilizer. And lastly, you always want to have some clean cutting utensils. And you can use anything from regular scissors to pruning shears to cutting shears, whatever you need. Just something sharp in the instance you need to snip away some dead leaves. All right, some great plants to have on hand in your office or anywhere in your home. First and foremost, a snake plant. These guys are super hardy, will withstand pretty much any lighting condition. If you can turn a light on, it's gonna live. These guys are also huge toxicity grabbers, so air purifying qualities, super high. Another great plant to have on hand, the pothos. Pothos is my personal favorite. Reminds me of my mom. I grew up in a house with a ton of these everywhere. But the pothos plant is one of the easiest plants to care for. It's super forgiving and it's a great confidence builder too. So these guys also withstand pretty much any lighting condition, but the better the light, the better they do. So this will blossom and thrive and grow super long vines if you give it great conditions, and it'll do it in no time. Like in a month or so, this will have doubled in size almost. Also great for air purification, just keep it away from some of your pets. Another plant that's super easy to take care of. It's one of the easiest plants to take care of, and it's the ZZ plant. You can recognize its super thick leaves. It almost has leaves like a holly bush, super hardy, but just as hardy as it is how self-sufficient it is. You can almost forget about these guys for a couple weeks and they will still be perfectly fine. Great in low to medium light conditions. So yeah, great for an office, bedroom, even a bathroom. And lastly, aloe vera. Aloe vera is a super hardy desert succulent. You don't have to water this guy often. This plant is not only beautiful, but it has so many great qualities when it comes to how to use it. So this is one of the plants that you can actually trim off of it to aid in any skin irritants, whether you're burned, you have a rash. The aloe vera is going to be great for soothing lots of those conditions. Always great to have as just first aid, but also super pretty. Indoor houseplants are a great way to bring the outside in, which is super important during this time where we're all trying to stay home, to stay safe, and stay well. These plants will bring you joy, improve your air quality, and give you something beautiful to look at while you're working from home. And that's how we do plant life.